Good. You like me? Thank you. Hey. Superimposing? Yeah, you just play something on something. So like, this is A minor track. Play A flat minor on it. You're superimposing A flat minor. And if your time rocks, then you can just put that in a place and time where it sounds like that's the whole thing you're doing. You're going from like ooh, ah, ooh, right? So it's just like A minor, like. So you're using your understanding of rhythm and phrasing to tuck it in a place that makes it sound not as weird as it is. Yeah. But you don't have to do it with like out harmonies. You can just take harmonies from the key. Like if I'm in A minor Dorian, that's the key of G. So I have like C, D, E minor. Make a melody with those, right? You go like. Have you ever hit a bum note? Yes, I've hit some this recording. I just don't admit it, so you can't tell. Really informative. Sounds great. I need to make a musical booking for a funeral next week. Do you take bookings? I take bookings. funerals. Right now I'm actually using this Andy Timmons Halo delay, which Andy Wood told me to get, and it's cool. I try to use it like in my live rig with Marbin, but like it wasn't beefy enough for that. But like for home, I like it. Hey Randy, are you plugged straight into the sewer amp? No, this is just I have like that Halo for some delay and a Maxon SD9 and a Vertex Ultraphonics in front of the amp and then the amp. Can you play Polyphia no, I cannot. I do not know it. Coming back to Israel anytime soon. Any gigs planned? I'm gonna come visit my family in Israel at the end of May, but no gigs, just alone. I was playing over a backing track, but yeah, it's kind of hard to hear because I'm playing kind of loud, and yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, you sing it. High key. Oh, thank you. What's this song called? This timeless classic is Groovy A flat 123 BPM backing track by marbinmusic backing tracks. A classic. This was a Giacomo. I'm selling Giacomo's tabs on our Marbin Patreon. Something faster. Yeah. Altered. Yeah. If you're trying to get your altered stuff together, altered doesn't sit inside of a major chord, so it sits on an augmented triad or like a really weird triad, which is like, you know, it's not really a triad, like 1, 3, flat 5. So if I'm thinking about A altered, you can see it on that or on it just augmented. So there are 7 places to see the octave, the 1 octave shape on the guitar as a housing unit, is something that you could put a chord in. 4 of them are the West Montgomery shapes, and 3 of them are what I call swing octaves. The trick is put them in a key, let's say A. So in A, if I have my caged forms, right? This is like the E caged form for an A chord. If I see augmented in there, sharpen the fifths, but the octaves, here's 1 octave, here's the 2nd octave. The D form, if I make it augmented here, but this is the octave, A to A. The C form has just one of these swing octaves. Make it augmented, again, it's the housing unit. The A form has this octave in it, and the G form has the swing octave and a West octave. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places to play an octave, and in between those places, learn how to hear and see the altered scale sitting on the augmented triad. So I'm thinking, right? That's 1 octave. Na 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 in the D octave. Na 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 in the A octave. Na 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 na. You have 2 in that G octave. Na 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 and here you have this one. Na 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 na. Now play it over like a minor, like A altered. Is a great place to is a great sound to weave in and out like of a D minor, right? It leads to it. So learn how to superimpose it that way. Like this is the D minor. So now I'm just kind of like going from D Dorian. You like maybe make melodies that are like Dorian and then altered, like Tips for Grungo, you're welcome. How many years have you been playing guitar? Um, I don't know. I have gray hair now. It's crazy. Those many. I should be practicing too. You should be. That's right. Any tips for playing alt? Oh yeah, we answered that. Should you use the octave-based approach with every scale? Of course. That's the Joe Pass whole thing. That's what caged is. It's housing units for scales. So if I'm working out like a tune, right, I have autumn leaves. So it's like the first chord. That's how I see it in an area, right? Do da. Right, do 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 day, do 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 day, do 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 day, do 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 day. That's C minor, F, B flat, E flat, A minor 7 flat 5, D7, G minor. So I'm seeing C Dorian between this F. I have this octave for the B flat or this E flat Lydian, A Locrian, right, D, right. And that's how you stay in. Yeah. Who is your idol? You are. I think I'm stuck in 3 notes per string mode shapes. Yes, you should let go of that shit, as Buddha says. I will never take song requests. It's not that kind of experience. No. Oh, I would tap, but it's it's just super gay. I just hate tapping. I don't hate gayness though. Gay people are fine, but tapping is gay. I toured opening for Alan. That's a good one. Let's see. Is your playing influenced by Alan Holdsworth? Of course. My God, I listen to him so much. I never really studied like a lot of his like solos or anything like that. Like the dissonance level of his music was never really like appealing to me. Some of the note choices always like I love him. He doesn't, but like I'm more of a missionary position kind of guy in my mind when it comes to music. Um, so that didn't rub off, but like the tone, the fluidity, the rhythm, yeah, just something more in the color for sure. Like found very attractive. What modes are you playing? Yeah, let's see. If you had to choose between your wife and Alan Holdsworth, which model would you choose? It's a pretty good one too. Uh, do you know how to play air drums? Not well. What's your best way to learn to count? Uh, you don't count. You don't count. You just give up. Like a lot of the things you think you need to get better and better at is just somebody put training wheels on your bike, and you're just trying to become the world champion of training wheels. And you need to just take that shit off and ride music. So nobody counts. People feel music. So it's like you have a groove. You just kind of like start having an intuition based on where you are. It's more like opening your eyes than having a better way of creating a representation, a scaffolding of time. So yeah. Do you have trouble with dynamics, Danny? No, I don't. What sports do you like? I don't like sports. Uh, Playing with strap on while sitting. Yes, very important to play with your strap on. Yeah. Have you played a Sur Modern? Yeah, I don't like them. They're like metal guitars, glorified metal guitars. Um, uh, all right. What's your favorite film? Favorite film? I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. Definitely Passion of the Christ. All right, guys, I got to go teach a lesson. Talk to you soon.